I was hoping to do this video last night about 10 o'clock, but things got in the way and I didn't get home until about 11. But after what could be described as a semi-embarrassment of Thursday in the Wales game, last night we took on Slovakia. And again, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Once again, we could have done a lot more, been a lot better, but we failed. And this time, we failed tragically. And there's a few things I think that's actually caused this. I actually think there's a few things out there that could have changed. But the first one really was the starting lineup. I expected two changes to be made from Thursday. I expected Sterling out, Kane out, Sturridge and Vardy in. What I was not expecting was 6 changes. Over half the starting lineup had changed. Sterling out, Vardy out, Kane out, Rooney out, Ali out, Rose out, Walker out. Why does he need to make 6 changes? In his place, in their places, Sturridge, Vardy, Henderson, Wilshere, Klein and Bertrand. Again, why does he need to make 6 changes? And 2 of those, actually 4 of those were not needed. They were not actually needed changes. And everyone's had a criticism about Wilshere coming into the squad after a season out. And I think those criticisms will remain throughout the whole of the tournament. I think he played like an hour and had to be substituted from Rooney. Henderson, another one that's probably supposedly not fit and needs to be was needed to be substituted for Ali. I'll actually admit I think Klein played better than Walker plays. Vardy and Sturridge were the changes we wanted. After the second half of the Wales game, they were the changes we wanted, and he did it quite well. It feels like Hodgson was like a 5-year-old. He makes one mistake, goes on, corrects the mistake, then rubs shit all over the wall. And you know when kids fix the mistake, they go a bit too far? That's what it felt like. That is what it felt like yesterday, looking back at it. So, how did we play? First half actually wasn't that bad. Actually, we didn't play too bad throughout the whole game. We had the majority of the possession. I think stats came out as 44%, 66% or something. Someone can do the maths on that. But it was like we had well over half possession throughout the game, and we were making runs, and we were shooting, and we were shooting, and we were shooting. It was like the first half against Russia, but we couldn't make anything of it. I criticised Sterling last time for not being able to score. Vardy tried his best, but he just couldn't make anything. And it was frustrating to watch. Sturridge tried, Lallana tried, even I think Klein tried, but they just couldn't make anything. And it was because of Slovakia's defence. I think that was actually damn good defence. And why was that good defence? There was 11 players in defence. Literally, someone on Facebook went, well, Slovakia's got an 11-man defence. Yeah, I agree with him. Every time we shot, it hit the keeper, it hit the bar, it hit the defender. There was no way they were going to allow a goal to come in. They saw how we played against Russia in the first half, Wales in the second half, and just went, we'll defend. We'll spend 90 minutes defending. And from an England's perspective, it was frustrating to watch. Bloody frustrating to watch. And I barely think Joe Hart had anything to do in last night's game, but every time we got to Slovakia's half, they defended well. Not fair on us. Vardy and Sturridge's of strike force, I don't actually rate it. Seen it for a full 90 minutes, I don't rate it. I think Vardy and Kane should be the next strike force that goes up. I think Hodgson doesn't need to make many wholesale changes. I don't think Wilshere should be starting. I actually think they should go out and put in Rooney first in the starting. Even if he is insistent of putting Wilshere in the starting 11 in the middle, move Lallana to the right, put Rooney into the left, because supposedly Rooney can play anywhere. He's a striker, but he can play anywhere. And have that as a starting lineup. I don't like this idea of a 5-man midfield. We really should be playing Lallana, Ali, Rooney, and Wilshere if he's insistent on playing Wilshere. We should be playing 2 up front and 4 back. And I'm sorry to Eric Dyer, but you're on the bench. Where's Ross Barkley? This is a guy who, and granted, Everton's had a poor season, but he's been one of the outstanding players for the last few years. So where's Ross Barkley? Where's John Stones, who's also been a breakout player this season? Then where was Rashford? Rashford, who's been the breakout player, the outstanding player, the one who has had my attention for the last half of the season. Still not getting anywhere for the likes of Kane, Vardy, and Sturridge. I'm hoping, now we're in the final 16, that Rashford actually gets more game time. He's had one substitute appearance. We got Iceland next, or we got Austria, or we got Portugal. It's one of the 3. No one knows because the next week's not finished yet. But it looks, from how I was looking at it, we got Iceland next, and I think this is one of those things where we put in Rashford, or with Kane, or with Vardy, and just see what he can do. But yeah, last night's game was a very frustrating disappointment. I know I tend to ramble and go on and go off on tangents, but that's me. But yeah, last night's game was a disappointment. It was frustrating to watch, and we can do a lot better. I'll see you next time. Peace.